happiest couples don't have the same characteristics, but they have the best understanding of their differences. Welcome to the Hard Questions podcast.
where we have the uncomfortable conversations.
and ask the hard questions. Welcome to the show, everybody. We got another banger for y'all coming tonight, man. First and foremost, I always want to introduce the host with the most. My name's Jeremiah. We got Ed up today, and we got Irene as well. And we've got a question from Miranda Costner out in Seattle, Washington. And I'm going to hand it over to Irene so she can read it. And welcome in, you guys. Welcome in, everybody.
Welcome in, y'all. We're excited for tonight. So, the question is, can like minded individuals attract or do opposites attract better?
Mm.
Let's start it, y'all. Who's going first?
That's a good one. Ed, I always give you the mic first, so you got it, brother.
All right, my man. Well, I would, in my opinion, it all depends on the actual people because I personally myself have been in relationships with like-minded people, but then I have also been in my longest relationship that I was in was with a person who was total opposite in
Mm.
anything. So whatever I was lacking, she picked up. Whatever she was lacking, I picked up because we were from two different lifestyles and two different areas of the US and all that stuff. But then I've been with people who have literally grown up where I did the same lifestyle as I did and everything like that. I mean it and it all depends on, in my opinion, it all depends on like what your goals are and where you're going in life, because depending on the time of life and the point that you are and where you're going, you can either, if you don't have the same goals as they do but you guys have similar ones, it can work out. But if you have identical ones, sometimes it can, sometimes it can't work out. So I honestly and truly think, I think it can go both ways, to be honest.
Okay. I'm gonna take the mic. So, I truly believe that opposites attract. Reason being, here's my philosophy for it, is that if I am with someone that's exactly like me,
Mm-hmm.
it then becomes boring to me. I feel like, what am I learning if I'm literally dating myself? But if I date someone that's opposite, which is similar, something that Ed said that really caught my attention is, if it's opposite, I'm learning from you. You can finish my sentences, in a sense of like understanding where I'm coming from. But yet, I like to learn. I like to be challenged. So if I'm dating somebody that's so like me, sometimes I don't even like myself. So like
Yes.
I don't want to really be looking at the mirror consistently. I want to look at a dirty mirror sometimes. And having somebody that's opposite will keep me excited, keep me engaged because I get bored very fast. So I truly believe the
Yeah, we
opposite
don't
attract
know
because
that, Miss Irene. Miss Irene gets
yes,
very bored
we're
very
very
quick.
fast.
She's worse than
So
a
I
5-year-old kid, if you ask me.
Yes. So I say that having an opposite significant other will not only challenge me to be a better person, but it would
Right.
also open my mind and my eyes to a different way of life that I never thought of, which is
Exactly.
so attractive to me versus just being with somebody that's always gonna be like, yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, you're right. You're
Right.
right. No, it's
Yep.
it's a different opinion. So go ahead, Jeremiah.
Oh, damn. Okay. Not like that. No, but I believe what both of y'all said is factual in both ways. Like Irene said, you opposites attract because in a place where you might lack or in a place where you might not see something in a certain way, you have somebody else there that's on in a different perspective, or thinking from another level that can probably help you see um, a perspective that you didn't, or help you have an appreciation for something where you once didn't, or help you have compassion or understanding, or wherever it is that, like I said, you might lack. They're there to, I don't want to say pick up the weight, but like they're there to to like fill in the blank. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
fill in the
Yes,
space.
exactly.
I hear that.
Like
And
they're there to pick up and kind of for what you're lacking.
Yeah.
exactly. And it's
Yeah.
valuable.
Yeah.
You know, it's something that I really do realize as I get older, and you know, here recently, it's something that I really do realize is very valuable to have somebody who,
I
you know,
agree.
can can be that. And that's, you know, when you have somebody who's like that, and when you know you're like that for them too, or you know, you guys can help each other in that way. I feel like that's what makes you two stronger, is the fact that
Agreed.
um you know, you not really, I don't want to say that you grow together, but you learn together. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And
Right, exactly.
both,
Because you're learning both. You're learning about them and they're learning about you, kind of thing.
exactly,
And I
exactly.
think that and I think that's a catastrophe. I apologize, but and I think that's so important because what I've learned in the past of my relationship, I was with somebody for 12 years, right? And you think you know them, you know,
Yeah.
but as we age, we evolve. Things that I wasn't interested at one point, I am now interested now, and vice
Exactly.
versa, right? For him too. So I think
Right.
that we were totally opposites, y'all. Now I'm like contradicting my own words actually because me and him were completely opposites, and it didn't work out, right? But I also like the challenging part of like, you know, sometimes it's not just because you're opposites, sometimes it's just not meant to be, and
Right.
we just have to
Absolutely.
accept that for that, right? But we are great friends, and I think that's where it all starts, right? The foundation is building that friendship, but also like in the tone of like, it's hard to say like now that I really think about it more in depth, because it's hard to say that like just go with opposites that attract and then just go with people that are like-minded, because it's kind of like y'all both have to put in the same effort regardless of what you guys, where you came from, what you guys believe in. If you guys
Right.
want each other, you guys
Exactly.
love each other, then it all starts with who's gonna fight to make this
Right.
last, you know. And the thing about it is the less people you have in your business, the more
The
successful
better.
your freaking
Yeah.
relationship will
100%.
be, y'all.
Oh, 100%. 100%. There is always, you
Yeah, I
always want to
totally
keep
agree.
your relationship quiet. You never want to be verbal about it to anybody, because when you turn around and you start getting verbal about something to somebody else, that could trickle down, and then all of a sudden it seems like you're looking for other things too at the same in the same process. Because if you're because like you've told me before, Irene, we've had this conversation, is if there's something that's going on and you're doing something like that or going behind your person's back, that's mainly is because there's something lacking in this situation. I mean, let's be real.
Yeah,
So,
no, 100%. And I do think that building a friendship before anything is so important. I remember one of my friends always like, I just want to find love, but I don't want to be. I don't like when women tell me that that I'm just a friend to them. I'm like, well, how do you expect to find love? You start by being somebody's friend, and then
right.
it then turns into love. So I think that that's another area that's so dark, of a woman or a man telling you, hey, let's start as friends.
Oh,
I fell for people that were just my friends, you know, never ever thought about it, but because they were so supportive, they were there for me, that I looked at them very differently, and your heart just starts to shift to another area that you never really thought of, right? That's why it's kind of like, I could say that I opposites attract, and next thing you know, I'm dating somebody that's exactly like me, but because, you know, he fulfills that area, or he you know, he makes things look different for me, it's up in the air, you know. It's kind of like whatever's meant to be will always be yours regardless
but
of what takes
see,
place.
and there could be also that thing is people say that you got to be friends before you can be lovers. But
I
where's
truly
that line drawn on? Because, a lot of people say, well, shoot, I'm way too close to this person. We're too close of friends. I
Hey,
can't do
shit, nigga. Usher said you can be lovers and friends. You know what I'm saying? What he say?
so.
How
Let's
how
go.
we be
friends.
lovers and friends? You know, I said,
Yeah,
hell
I mean,
yeah, yeah.
but
You know how the
but
song go?
but there is times though where you do have to really think about it though, because like only you know you, right?
Right.
So
Yeah, I'm
me,
just
like for instance, for me to date somebody that is my best friend, that's a male,
yeah.
I know me. And I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, it's either two ways, baby. We fixing to get married and last forever, or we fixing to never talk again. You know what I'm saying? Because piss me
Yeah.
off if you won't. Piss me off if you won't. But then it's kind of like, do you really want to take that risk, right? And I
Right.
think that's what's important, identifying that, like, and this is another important thing that I tell my friends this all the time. You don't always have to talk to the cutest woman, every cute woman that you see. You don't
Right.
always have to date every cute woman that
Right.
you see.
Right. I
Like,
used
you
to
just
say
have
that
to,
to
like,
my brother
it's
too.
not
I was
necessary.
you don't got to reel in every fish you catch.
Exactly. It's not necessary.
You
Like,
can
so with
always
that being
catch,
said, go ahead.
talk to them, play with them, and just release them.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, you don't always have to commit to something that's good, or not even commit. Don't even, you can just take the compliment and run with it. I mean, I know one instance I
Right.
went to a club and a cute guy came up to me and said, "Hey, you're cute, blah, 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 blah." My friend was like, "Why didn't you get his number?" You don't always got to get everybody's number.
Right.
You know
Right.
what I mean? Like, take the compliment and walk with it. Be
Yeah.
done. You know what I mean? It's just,
Where I've been working customer service, like literally with people and stuff like that. And women have come up and they've talked to me or something like that. And they've even they've made these gestures towards me and been saying stuff to me. And then they just turn around and walk out the building. And my coworkers look at me and be like, bro, what in the hell? Why didn't you? She was what? Why didn't you get her number? I don't know. I don't have to.
They just
I
don't
don't need
exactly.
for that right now. I'm not in that state of mind. I'm not in that point of my life where I'm just going to be like every
For
single
everything.
woman or
Exactly.
chick that comes in, I'm going to be like, hey, that flirts with me and stuff. Sometimes I just want to be like, hey, I just got
Thanks.
with, you know
You're
what I
cute
mean?
too. Yeah, you're cute. I'm cute. We're both cute. Okay,
Right.
bye. I
Well, I
mean, it's just
appreciate
simple.
that.
I
Get
agree with
you
that.
go move a little bit, because who knows if you turn around and it can also go a different ways because you're getting this ego boost from them talking to you and flirting with you. But then you go off and you finally make that attempt and you're just like, hey, can I get your number? And they look at you and be like, no.
I didn't mean it like that. And that happened to me too. Like, I'll compliment a guy and then they'll try to hit on me and I'm just like, oh, I didn't mean it like that, bro. Like, I'm sorry.
I was just trying to give you a compliment and make you feel better.
Yeah, like, your shirt is cute. That's it. Now I want your number.
Right.
Type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
What you want, shoulders is cute, but not under it.
But yeah, relationships are hard. You guys, I mean, it's kind of like an open-ended kind of question in a sense because it's kind of opposites definitely is something that I would go for. Ed said he'll do both. Jace more so. I would think the opposites attract, but at the same time, it's kind of like, love is love. There, you can't put a cap on anything. But at the same time, I mean, I would definitely want somebody that's going to challenge me for sure. You have to stimulate my mind because that's it. You can't stimulate my mind. You ain't stimulating nothing else. You know what I'm saying? So
That part right
that's
there.
all I'm saying.
All right. Moving on.
Me and Ed would stay on that subject all day.
And boy.
You and Ed look good on it. You and Ed look
Yeah,
real good.
hey, before anything, this time, before we get to the end of it and people don't want to watch all the way to the end, I do just want to throw something out there right now and remind every single one of you that is watching this right now, if you have not liked it, subscribe to it, like it, subscribe to it, share it
Do
with
all of that. Do
your
all of that.
auntie, your uncle, your brother, your sister, your mommy, your daddy. I don't care. With the person on the dang
Your
street corner.
sister's baby dad, little cousin Tracy.
Go to the Karens on the street corner and tell them, hey,
Bring
listen,
them in.
to share this, okay?
Go to the
Definitely.
your nearest corner store and just throw it at him. Just, you know what I'm saying? Just throw your phone at him.
Definitely, for real.
Grab
And
it.
if you wanna put in a question, you guys contact one of us. Comment below.
Yeah,
Email us.
if you look in the actual title of our YouTube and everything like that, you can contact any of us. We have contact information for TikTok, or if you just want to go ahead and make a comment inside of the comment section. So on here, for anybody to be able to see it, whatever, we would prefer for if you go to make a comment, we don't care about the comments because the harder the comments, the better the questions, because we are the hard questions and we want to be able to answer those questions for you as the people. So anything and anything is available. Just do me one favor and don't get yourself in trouble or try to get us in trouble for your comments. That's all we ask.
Exactly.
Other than that, you're good
Be
to go.
nice.
Yep.
Be
Yep.
nice.
Correct.
But yeah, definitely. We have so many questions that have been coming in, so we're super excited to touch every single one of them. And we're the Hard Question Podcast. I mean, it's gonna get harder and harder every freaking episode. So
Yeah. We're
we would love your input. Exactly. We would love your input. We would love to see what you guys think about our minds. And we're open to learning new things about the audience. So feel free to comment, like we mentioned, share, like, subscribe, and tell everybody that you freaking know about the Hard Questions Podcast, because we're here to freaking stay, y'all. We're here to stay.
Yes.
we are here to stay.
As a conclusive statement, I guess it would say that, you know, opposites do attract and like-minded people can work, but ultimately it's about how you choose to make things work in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? I know people say things like meant to be, but truly in this world, nothing is meant to be. Everything you have to work for. You know what I'm saying? And with enough hard work, with enough diligent work, you can find out whether or not, opposites attract, or if like-minded people can work in the same relationship, which in turn is a very hard question. So with that being said, I appreciate everybody for coming out. Thank you to everybody, all of our hosts, me included. Thank myself. You know what I'm saying? And as always, you guys, thank you for tuning in, and we will see y'all next time. We be out.
Bye.
Later.
Thank you for watching the Hard Questions Podcast.
We appreciate y'all. Much love, everybody.
That was good, y'all.
2, 1, we out.